it's Michelle and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. So happy Groundhog Day. Apparently, according to Puxatawny Phil, he saw his shadow today and we are going to get 6 more weeks of winter. Now, we have to be honest, he's not always been 100% accurate. I think they said in the past 10 years he has about a 40% record of being correct, but it's such a fun little tradition to watch. I did watch a little bit of it on TV. If you're not aware, every February 2nd on Groundhog Day, members of the Puxatawny Groundhog Club make their pilgrimage over to Gobbler's Knob, which is the official home of Phil the groundhog. Now, of course, they've changed him over the years, but it's a really fun tradition to watch them walk around in their pageantry and do the whole thing for the groundhog. There was a little song and a little dance, and then they brought him out and they read the scroll that predicted he saw his shadow, and we're going to get 6 more weeks of winter. And right now it is still really icy and cold here in Texas. And here are some photos that I took of you of our frost, our ice and our frost that we have gotten the last 2 days here in Texas. We didn't really get any snow here where I live. It was mostly in Dallas and Houston, but we got the ice and the sleet. So I literally have been barricaded in my apartment. I can't even go and get my Amazon package, y'all, because of the stairs. I'm afraid to walk down the stairs. They are iced over, so I have to wait until they defrost so I can safely, trek it down to the mailbox. Now, thank you guys so much. I've had quite a few people check out my Amazon storefront, and you guys are absolutely loving my Toi et Moi ring. I really am glad that you guys are enjoying it, and I do have some other styles in there as well, as I know that the particular ring I picked out is very low in stock. Now, someone asked me about shipping to Australia. As far as I know, I think we do ship to Australia, but every single item is owned by a different store owner. I just get a very small affiliate commission. I don't own the actual products. So let me know if you're in my storefront, if you're from Australia or the UK. If you're not able to get products shipped to you, let me know, and I could possibly do a different list that's for Australia, so that way you're not excluded from getting items from my Amazon storefront, because quite frankly, I'm not really sure how that works. But let me know, guys, if it was a specific ring that didn't ship, or is it everything in my store that doesn't ship to Australia? Let me know. But you guys, we have a lot of juicy royalty to get through today, so you know what to do. Sit back and relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get into the Royal Daily Tea. So King Charles has done something that was really sweet and generous. He has just recently opened 3 of his royal residences free to the public. He has opened up Castle of May in Scotland, Dumfries House in Scotland, and Highgrove House in Gloucestershire. The spaces are now open for local people faced with cost of living crisis and loneliness. So I think that's a very nice gesture that people can go and spend some time in these beautiful residences for free. Now, y'all, I don't know what it is lately about King Charles, but has he turned into a silver fox? He is looking so handsome and debonair lately. I don't know what it is. Is it because he became king? Now, first of all, I think he's a very good-looking man for being 74. But I think people are sleeping on it. When he was younger, he was a good-looking man. Now, he had some weird phases because, let's be honest, he has really big ears. Not to be mean, he does have big ears. And he had that howdy-doody haircut, which I hated, from the 60s. That was just a very popular look. But look, ladies, do not sleep on men with big noses and big ears. It's not all about big feet, ladies. Trust me and thank me later. So King Charles, he wears his hair a little longer. If you have a man with big ears, you have to have the right haircut. Don't get that howdy-doody haircut. Don't let them go pick it out at the shop by themselves, because they always pick those horrific haircuts. You have to wear your hair a little longer on the top to cover the ears. But ladies, he looks suave and debonair. right? I mean, Camilla, she's a happy woman. He's a good-looking man, and he's very charming and intelligent, and he's kind. I don't think people give him a lot of credit. So look, if you're a man who's bald and you have big ears, well, good night. But get yourself a goatee, a nice smile. It's not about appearances, but ladies, trust me, don't sleep on it. Those are hidden gems, okay? But if your man has big ears, just make sure he has the right haircut. It will literally change his look. But King Charles, y'all, is feeding me silver fox. I'm loving it. I mean, I can't be the only one who's noticed this, right? That he's become very good looking, or maybe it's just because he's king. I don't know what it is. Y'all know that Prince William is my boo, okay? He is my royal crush. No one can replace William, but Charles, he's giving him a run for his money. That's all I gotta say. So there's a new story that the new $5 banknote in Australia will no longer feature the monarch on its new banknote. Queen Elizabeth has been featured on the $5 banknote of Australia since 1992, and it just came out today that King Charles's portrait will not replace the late Queen on the new $5 banknote. Now, they said it's going to happen sometime in late 2023, that instead they're going to replace the monarch with a tribute to indigenous cultures. Now, apparently the Queen only appeared on the $5 banknote, but now they're just going to remove them completely. According to some news sources here, the popularity of the monarchy has definitely taken a huge nosedive since the death of the Queen. They're saying that support of the monarchy has gone from 37 to 31%. The same poll found that the public have also been swayed towards supporting an Australian republic because of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's attacks on the royal family, especially since their Netflix series and Harry's memoirs Spare. So what do you guys think? Do you think that Harry and Meghan are responsible for this decline of popularity in Australia? So this is going to be for my folks who are down under. What is the sentiment of the people of your country? Are you finding more and more people becoming anti-monarchist and supporting a republic? Now, a lot of people predict that Australia could break away from the Commonwealth within the next decade. So let me know, guys, what is the temperature of royals down under, and do you think Harry and Meghan had a huge impact on that decision? Are Prince Harry and Meghan Markle a national threat and liability to King Charles? Now, in my personal opinion, I believe that Harry and Meghan have become too much of a threat to have them attend the coronation. Now, there's a lot of stories that have been circulating in the press that King Charles is trying to broker a deal allowing the Duke and Duchess of Sussex to attend his ceremony, and that he's trying to work through Justin Welby. And that, of course, Prince William is definitely not on board. Now, we know this has got to be very painful for King Charles, and this is not how he envisioned his moment in the sun. The man has waited for well over 50 years to become king. He finally gets his moment, and one of his sons will not be in attendance. He has always talked about watching his mother being crowned queen and going to her coronation, and how lovely it was to have that memory of his mother walking through the corridors practicing wearing the crown for her coronation. And now here he is at 74, finally having his moment, and one of his children, who he called my darling boy, will not be in attendance. And that's got to hurt. As a parent, that's got to hurt. But at the same time, I feel that King Charles needs to put his personal feelings aside and not be a father, but be a king. And he needs to think of his nation and his country and his duty as monarch over being a father. Now, we know that Harry and Meghan have demanded that the royal family apologize to him and Meghan. And we've seen just how gracious and kind they are when people send apologies, just like Jeremy Clarkson. You cannot negotiate with someone who continues to throw hand grenades at your face. There is no compromising with these two. They are delusional and beyond help. Even if Charles got on his knees and groveled and they said, okay, we're sorry, come to the event, I just don't think that would be good enough for Harry and Meghan. They want a public apology. They want change. They want to pretty much shut down free press. They want them to change the rules and laws so they can control the narrative, and they can't do that. The royal family does not have that control. They cannot tell the press, don't write anything negative about Meghan. They can't tell people to do that, and that's literally what Harry and Meghan want them to do. That groveling to them privately would definitely not be good enough, and groveling to them publicly, even if he came out and said, we don't condone the negative press that Meghan has received, we're sorry, we're here for them, it wouldn't be good enough because Meghan and Harry want action. They want complete control because you cannot bargain with a narcissist. It's like bargaining with the devil. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile, and they'll continually blackmail you with threats unless you concede to what they want. You know, when Harry and Meghan went to the Platinum Jubilee, they had a very pared down role. They literally appeared at one public event, and they made that event entirely about them. They were literally the talk of the town. They stole the show. You know, when Meghan and Harry showed up late and they did their little entrance where she's walking down, boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, walking down the aisle in her Inspector Gadget outfit, all eyes were on Harry and Meghan. And then they did the whole thing, making everyone get out of the aisle so they can sit in the aisle. They made a spectacle of the event because they wanted attention. That was purposeful, guys. They were purposefully late. Okay? It was all about the show. Look at me. Look at us. They were there for one event and they stole the show. Right? Even at the funeral of Her Majesty the Queen, they stole the show. You know, Meghan hiding behind her arch nemesis, the candlestick, which was hilarious. Right? The candlestick won, in my opinion. She came out and played the part of the grieving duchess. And she took her hand to her left eye. And she just dabbed her tear that came down her cheek. And she made sure that she was in full view of the camera and everyone watched her with her little dabbing of her gloved hand to her left eye. That was a moment. We all remember that, right? Even though she was there in the background, she had her moment. So I think even if the royal family somehow are able to broker a deal and reason with these two narcissistic people, and Harry and Meghan decide to grace them with their presence, it's going to be a circus because they're going to steal the show one way or another because it's all about them. It's going to be the Platinum Jubilee 2.0. When Harry and Meghan know they're going to be sitting up in the nosebleeds and they're going to have zero role in the production of the coronation, they're going to make it about themselves. They're going to try to steal his attention, his thunder, and quite frankly, they're going to get a lot of boos. It's going to be a fiasco if they attend. Not only is the security going to be tripled, okay, there's going to be a lot of threats, a lot of boos, and the people of the UK are going to be pissed. I don't think anyone's going to be able to save them from getting some tomatoes thrown at them or some major boos. So if they go, it is going to be a royal circus. I think it's best for them to stay in Montecito. So King Charles, please, for the love of God, do not invite Harry and Meghan. I don't know if Harry and Meghan would attend because, quite frankly, I think he's embarrassed about his book, The Spare, and how we know a little too much about his spare parts, if you know what I'm talking about. So I don't know how this man can honestly show his face in public. I mean, what an embarrassment. And I don't think they're quite up to facing the music and facing the royal family after the allegations that were published in his book and from their Netflix docuseries. You know, King Charles and William tried on several occasions to reason with Harry. They tried at King Philip's funeral. He even talked about it in the book when they all sat down and tried to have a conversation. But he even said that they didn't understand what his problem was. They didn't understand why he left. They didn't understand why he was pitching a fit and complaining and whining. And they said, "You never came to us, Harold. You never told us what was going on." And he acted like, "Oh, you knew." Apparently they didn't, because Harry and Meghan were upset about the negative press. It wasn't really about racism, it was about the negative press. And even Charles and William were confused, like everyone deals with the same exact thing, but because they're so paranoid and live in their world of delusion, you can't reason with them. And I think at that point, King Charles and William kind of gave up. They kind of realized you just can't get through to them. And now that the docuseries has come out and the book has come out, let's not forget, guys, we still don't know if he's going to release those 400 pages in his paperback. I really have a feeling, guys, that Harry and Meghan are not done. That the attacks against his family are going to keep on coming. Because you know those bills, they happen every single month. I don't think Harry and Meghan are done. And we all know that Meghan, who didn't sign an NDA and has a lot to say, with her hidden diaries, has a book coming. We don't know when it's coming, but it's coming. I don't think they're done, folks. I think they got more ammunition coming out. And that's why Charles and William, you just need to wipe your hands of these two and just move on. That is my opinion. You cannot deal with people who are continually throwing hand grenades. It's just not going to work. But let me know your thoughts if you think there's a way that Harry and Meghan and the royal family can ever kiss and make up and have a royal reconciliation. Or do you think it's a lost cause? Now, I wanted to let you guys know that I have a new section on my Amazon storefront called Replicate. There's two ways you can access it. On the home page, if you go under photos, you'll see photos of Kate wearing an outfit, and right next to it will be outfits that are very similar to what she's wearing on Amazon, and you can click it and it'll take you right to the page. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can simply go to the home page, and under Replicate, there's going to be a whole list of items just list there like the storefront. So I'm still working on providing more outfits to put into the Replicate section, but there's a ton of royal inspired items throughout my entire Amazon storefront. So I just want to let you know I'm working on the new Replicate section. It's fun, and it'll be easy when you can click on the photo, see Kate wearing the outfit, and then click on the items to shop her look. It's really fun. Let me know if you have a specific Kate outfit that you would like me to find items on Amazon for. But thank you guys so much for stopping by my channel. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.